Hello, it is Topical Tuesday, May 26th, 2020. Steve Sipress here, and we still have some of the decorations up, thanks to my beautiful wife, Michelle. I didn't even know that anybody would celebrate a 60th birthday. Heck, when I was a kid, I thought 60 was old. Now I know that I'm just getting started. But yesterday was my 60th birthday, and I got to thank some people specifically. Obviously, number one, my beautiful wife Michelle, who put together the birthday party, and it was themed after the greatest movie of all time, Animal House. And she also gave me this rare Animal House photo framed memento from the movie, and I am wearing for the first time. I mean, I'm trying to think since seeing the movie over 40 years ago, and seeing it over 200 times, and pretty much reenacting with some of my roommates and buddies from school as many of the scenes we possibly could. The ridiculously rebellious anti-establishment attitude that we had. I don't think we ever threw an actual toga party. So what happened yesterday, had one of my great friends and clients, Jerry Luciano, my beautiful wife Michelle, had told me that he was coming over with his family for Memorial Day, have a cookout, barbecue, say happy birthday, all that. And then suddenly they get out of the car and Jerry is dressed in a Roman toga. And his beautiful wife Val is wearing a toga. And then his dad gets out of the car and he's wearing a toga. And I sense a theme, and I'm kind of cracking up because, I already opened up the present for my beautiful wife Michelle, so I'm on to the little theme here of a toga party. And then Jerry hands me a box and says, here, this is yours, put it on. And it's a toga, an actual toga costume with this ridiculous golden toga headdress, Grecian, Roman, whatever headdress. And we had a toga party. So how cool was that? And Jerry's kids, one was wearing a t-shirt right out of Animal House that said college. And the other two were wearing t-shirts, two of his other kids, they were wearing t-shirts from their favorite fictitious university. And so good time was had by all. But I have to say the highlight of the day was a long, heartfelt, 3-page, single-space typed letter that Jerry handed to me, and I barely got through in one piece. And now I've read it again, and I barely got through it again. A real heartfelt message, and I won't divulge the details here, but man, obviously we're in business to make money and put food on the table, but hopefully you love what you do and get as much satisfaction out of doing it well as I do. And, maybe it comes from my mom being a school teacher, but because school teachers, don't really make any money, and all of their thanks is in the form of things like that heartfelt letter where people tell you how much you've meant to them and how much you changed their life for them and their family and saved their life and all that. And I say all that, but again, just because I don't want to disclose the details. And then I went on to Facebook today, as I do, just about, around this time when I record my daily Facebook Live video. You can come on live at facebook.com/smallbizhelp, B-I-Z. And that's the first time of the day where I dare to go on to Facebook to see all the nonsense going on and whatever. And then I respond to my notifications and say happy birthday to people and all that kind of stuff. And I knew it was going to take longer than usual today because every year on my birthday, I really enjoy, now most people maybe, again, you think I'm crazy here, but I really enjoy saying a personal note of thank you to everyone that took their time and said a personal note of happy birthday to me. So I logged off yesterday at about noon. I knew I had to get my video done early and say thank you to dozens of people early in the day because I knew that Jerry and his family and other members of friends and family of ours were coming over. And I knew that, being off for 30 hours or so, I was going to have a heck of a lot of messages to respond to. And sure enough, I had dozens or hundreds of the old, happy birthday and whatever. And it's very nice of people to do that. And so, out of I have about 1,500, quote, friends on Facebook. So nice that maybe 100 or 200 or so took the time to, 1 or 2 seconds to put a thank you note, happy birthday note rather. That's nice, so I say thank you. But man, I was stopped in my tracks. I knew that would take some time, so here we are, whatever the heck, 8:30 at night here on the West Coast Pacific time, and because I got stopped in my tracks by a few more heartfelt posts from just some incredible people that also happen to be clients of mine, with the thanking me for the help and change in their life and all that kind of stuff. And one, in particular, there was this letter from Jerry. I got a message from a former client, John Bachman, who even admitted in the message that he misses being a client, and he really ought to, be a client again. But I digress. And Jeff Ducharme, fantastic, unbelievable. If you don't know Jeff Ducharme, hit me up and I'll introduce you if you're really on your game, because he doesn't have time for, obviously, people that aren't, really on the game. Jeff is one of the sharpest people on earth, and therefore, obviously, an entrepreneur. Brilliant, helps a ton of people, and has more successful businesses going at the same time than most people will ever have in 10 lifetimes. And he wrote a great post. Boy, man, again, can barely get through it. And then, there was a client of mine who's a top professional comedian. Obviously, until there was the great shutdown a couple of months ago, he made his living for the last 21 years traveling all over the country and highlighting comedy shows. And a few years back, when he found that he would show up once in a while and the owner of the place, the venue, or the manager would say, sorry, no show, can't pay you, see ya, thanks for trying, but I couldn't get anyone to show up. He said, Steve, I finally got tired of that. And I said, I got to fill the venues wherever I'm playing. I got to do it myself, so then I can get paid, and then I can have a crowd. And so he still is learning every day and getting better and better, but he's just absolute brilliant top marketer. And actually, we talked today, and another stream of income appeared out of nowhere in our conversation, as often does with my clients. And man, this one's going to be huge. He's doing all kinds of great things. He took the time. He hosts since the shutdown, he has been hosting for his bar and restaurant clients, since he can't bring in the crowds to them. He's been hosting, I think he calls it takeout comedy bingo. I'm messing the whole thing up, but it's something like takeout bingo. And so encourages people to go buy takeout from their favorite local bar or restaurant, and they get a bingo card every time they spend X amount, and then he comes on and does a whole bunch of weekly live bingo / comedy shows and blah, blah, blah. Well, he took the time to record a whole show just for / about me, which of course was hilarious, entertaining, and most of all, I'm floored that he took the time to do that. So big shout out to those 4 people, and to everybody else that took the time to say happy birthday. If there's a business message in any of this, it's that that's how you do it, folks. People come to me all the time because they say, you are one of the world's experts in advertising and marketing, and I want the push-button magic system where I can just sit in my underwear at home and press a button and magically clients come flying in. And I always have to break it to them, gee, that's just not how it works. The most effective thing, of course, is still the personal interaction and building relationships and actually helping and serving people. And I welcome anyone to try and prove me wrong, but I just believe that that's how it really works, and that's the way to do it. And even if you prove me wrong, you're not going to change my mind. That's the way I'm going to do it. So I highly suggest you do the same, that you build deep personal relationships. You actually care about your customers, your clients, your patients, your members. You wake up every day thinking, how can I serve them? How can I help them? How can I solve more of their problems? And once in a while it comes back and you get paid in return, in dollars, in satisfaction, feelings, testimonials, referrals, publicity, whatever you want to say. But magical day for me yesterday and today. Those emotional responses, just can't beat them. So I know business is business and all that, but the old saying, you can't mix business with pleasure, I don't know who said that, because that is just a ridiculously inaccurate statement. Not only can you, but I insist that I do. And so here's to another year of mixing business with tremendous pleasure, because I get no more pleasure out of anything in life than seeing the light bulbs go off, watching my clients be 100 times more successful than I'll ever be. I just love it. So from Celebration headquarters, and by the way, also didn't know until yesterday that they make a whole ensemble of this stuff. Like, here's actually napkins that say 09 on them. I'm like, 09? What's a napkin that says 09 on it? With a matching plate that says 09. I'm like, what year is it? What's with the plates and the signs and this thing here with the 09? What's up with that? Who knew? Anyway, that'll do it for Topical Tuesday. Oh, I see a whole bunch of people here. My beautiful wife Michelle is here. Hello, my honey. And thanks to everyone else who's here live, replay, and even everyone who's not watching. I wish you tremendous success in all your business endeavors. Have a fantastic rest of the shutdown/reopen chaos. If you want help with any of that, as always, go to helpfromsteve.com. I really enjoy and love helping business people out. And speaking of out, I am over and out for today, and I'll be back tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday from Toga Party headquarters. Where is that? I'm still looking for that jar of yellow mustard so I can pour it on my chest, on my toga. I guess the one thing missing for the party, very smartly, everyone knew not to bring that because I would have made use of it. And that'll do it. Catch you tomorrow. Over and out. Bye-bye.